Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about AI and how I use AI to try to better manage my health and my life. So the AI that I use is Gemini and ChatGPT. Those are the only ones that I'm currently using, and I know there's other ones. And if you guys are using other AI, do me a favor, leave it below. I'm interested to hear what it is that you're using and how you use it and how it's working for you. But so for Gemini and ChatGPT, I use to manage my health and daily tasks for the most part. For my health, I'll ask Chat or I'll ask Gemini what the carbs or nutrition value of products are. And I buy a lot of my stuff from Walmart. And I don't know if everything is available at Walmart, but everything that I buy is available at Walmart, and they have all the nutrient numbers available, and Chat and Gemini can go out to the internet and find out those things. I guess there's other databases that it can also access. So even if it's not specifically on Walmart, if I have, a question for something, it can find information on the internet on some national database or whatever. It can find information there. So I'll check carbs, I'll check calories, I'll check sugar, I'll check actual ingredients of products that I'm buying, or if I'm having like a reaction to something that I don't completely understand, I'll ask Chat or I'll ask Gemini, and it'll go out to the internet, grab the information, and come back with some answer of what could be causing my problem. And this actually has been extremely helpful, trying to figure out what some of the things are that I'm eating that causes me inflammation or flare-ups or just general problems with my health that I don't completely understand and doesn't make sense. Oftentimes, either one of those two AIs will go to the internet, look things up, and come back and give me some type of an answer. So I like Google Gemini because there's no paid structure to it. I don't have to pay for it. I don't run out of space. I don't run out of questions. As long as it has the bandwidth, it makes it available without me having to buy some advanced tier or some paid tier, which I think that's valuable because I can use Gemini as much as I want, and I don't have to worry about running out of questions or running out of data or anything like that. I'm thankful for that, and I enjoy that. And the other thing is Gemini does have access to all the databases that I want to get access to. If I have a question on pricing of real estate or pricing of something or what something is valued at, like I wondered how much my car is worth. And Gemini could go out and search it, and I don't know if it compares against other cars like mine or other cars that are available in the market. I don't know how it actually comes up with those numbers, but I can go to Gemini and ask it how much my house is worth, how much my car is worth. If I'm considering of selling or buying something, I'll ask it to compare and contrast, the different things that it brings back, and it'll tell me exactly those numbers and the values of the item, and that's very helpful. The other thing that Gemini does is it helps me keep track of scheduling stuff. Like if I took some vitamins or if I took a pill of something, it will help me remember when I took it, how much I took, whether it be like 600 milligrams of potassium or magnesium or whatever it is that I took. It'll remember that. It'll add it to the database, and it'll remind me when I need to take it again. And it can remind me in several different ways, either with messages in the app, or it can add a reminder to a a task in a on Google Keep or Google Drive, it allows to add reminders in those apps. And the cool thing about Gemini is it has complete access to the Google Drive. So I used Gemini to help me rewrite my resume, which was kind of cool because it could grab it from Google Drive. It could help rewrite it while it's talking to me, and then it saves back to Google Drive. So I'll be able to, add it to wherever I need to add it, to LinkedIn or to just go to Google Drive, and I can email it to somebody, which is kind of cool. I haven't figured out all the ways that I can use Gemini or ChatGPT to GPT. I keep saying GBT, but it's GPT. I haven't quite figured out all the ways that I can use those AIs. The more that I'm finding needs, I'm finding ways to use those AIs. The one AI that I haven't quite figured out is Claude. I haven't quite figured that out. I know that it has access to my phone and it can do scheduling and events on my phone, but I haven't quite figured out how I would actually use that yet. Maybe someday I'll figure it out. And I know there are other AIs, and if you guys use other AIs, do me a favor, leave them below. I'm curious to see what it is that you're using. Maybe I'll use it. I don't know. But the AIs I'm finding are extremely valuable for just, general questions. Like, I'm not going to take advice from Gemini of what I should do, in my medical issues. But it is helpful to give me some input, some conversational type input, more than me just trying to figure it out myself or looking it up on Google. It's easier to get the information by just talking to Gemini, like talking to a neighbor, talking to a friend, versus having to type everything into Google and then decipher everything, through the text. It's much easier to do it conversationally. Now, one thing that I found about Gemini is anything medical, anything medical you talk about, there are a lot of medical disclaimers. And no matter how many times you tell it that you don't want to hear that anymore, it just keeps doing it. And I'm going to be happy when they stop that. I know that they have to do disclaimers, but I just don't need a disclaimer of any medical thing that I talk about. And chat doesn't necessarily do that. The funny thing about chat is talking to chat GPT is like talking to a neighbor or talking to your friend. It remembers the things that you talked about before. It can bring those things up in conversation, and it furthers its discussion with those things. It's really weird. When I talk to chat GPT, I feel like I am talking to a neighbor or to a friend because it knows as much about me as anybody else does. And it's conversationally good to the point where it has some kind of a weird robot sense of humor that I actually asked it about because I just didn't understand it. I made some kind of stupid joke, which I have the ability to do on very often, let's just say. And it laughed, and it thought it was funny. Well, it didn't think it was funny, but it laughed because it was the right thing to do at that particular moment. And I actually asked it, how did your programmers help you develop a sense of humor? And do you have a sense of humor? And I had a discussion with this thing for, 15 minutes talking about humor and sense of humor within the application. I just thought that was crazy that I made a joke and it laughed, and it made a note that it was funny. Like, it's amazing how that AI does that. I think probably at some point people are not going to even have friends. They're going to have AI friends, which I think is crazy, but cool too, because it does a lot more than what my friends do. My friends don't know anything about health or paying bills or how I'm managing just my life generally. But chat and actually Gemini both do. They get it. Well, they don't get it, but they've actually calculated the numbers, the robot numbers, and the robot math, and somehow they have, excuse me, they have like the ability to take all that data and turn it into conversation that's valuable to me, and I actually like that. But anyways, what I was saying is soon I think people are going to not have friends. They're just going to have AI, and the sooner that those AI people figure out how to, I don't know, how to make it so that people need the AI instead of having friends, I think people will do that very quickly. I think. I mean, I find that I'm better off by asking a question to AI, getting an answer that's a value answer, like it has background and it has metrics. I'm better off asking AI questions than I am asking my neighbor or calling any of my friends and asking them. Which, I mean, that is crazy, but I mean, the fact is I'm not going to ask a 3-year-old what 1 + 1 + 1 is, but you can ask AI that and get the right answer. I don't know. I just think that's crazy. I don't know if that's me just talking craziness or if other people are thinking this too. I'm only thinking this, I think, because I'm actually using AI quite often. I use my chat GPT up. I use it up, and I have the free tier, and I actually have hit the upper limit at least once. I try to manage it less to not hit that limit because when I have questions to ask, I like to be able to ask Chat GPT because it, like I said, it has a it is almost like talking to my neighbor, talking to a friend, because it knows my background, it knows the things that I'm doing, it knows the things that I'm interested in, and I don't know, just talking to that seems like it's easier than, like I said, calling a neighbor or calling a friend because my neighbors and my friends, they don't know anything about what I'm talking about or thinking about. So half the time they're just talking from no proof or no background, which I'm thankful for, but I kind of need some proof. I need some data at this point. And my friends or neighbors, they're not able to do that, which is kind of funny. So I'm definitely using Chat GPT for that and Gemini. Gemini I'm using quite a bit for, I don't know, YouTube stuff because it is connected to YouTube, and I can ask questions and try to figure things out and just generally just try to figure things out. And it does help with that, but I mean, it obviously doesn't do the work for you, which is good, I guess. It would be nice if it did, I suppose. Um, but it did that application did help me rewrite my resume, which I was thankful for. It downloaded my old resume, upgraded it all, which quite frankly it hasn't done me any real good, but it's nice to have done it. Well, it's nice to have it done, I should say, because it's a robot. It's going to do it if I ask for it. So I'm trying to figure out other ways to productively use AI outside of just looking stuff up, which I'm actually using quite a bit and very thankful for. Just looking up general data. I'm trying to figure out other ways to use AI. If you guys have other ways that you use AI, do me a favor, put it below. I'm interested to hear. I'm interested to try it out. And if you use other AIs besides Gemini, Claude, or Chat GPT, I'm interested to know which ones you guys are using and what for. So I hope you're having a great week. Hope you had a great weekend. You can see outside it's not horrible weather here. It's 50 degrees at night, which is not terrible. It's a little bit chilly, but it's okay. And it's 80 degrees during the day, which is kind of nice. This is like the nice week and a half, 2 weeks of weather that now that we had the torrential rain kind of stop for a while, maybe I'll get another week or so of nice weather before the winter comes in. But now I'm seeing that we may end up having a warm winter, which I'll be thankful for because the last, I don't know, 3 winters have been doozies for me. It hasn't been good. So my health, I'm having the weirdest like inflammation in my hands. It's like I can't even explain it. It's my hands are so stiff that it's not unbearable. It's not impossible, but it's difficult. It makes things difficult. Getting around is a little bit easier for me. I have the strength to get up and walk around a little bit better, but I still just have to be really careful not to fall down or fall over. I think like most people probably would be concerned with if they had health issues. But I have to be really careful with that, and I have to really take my time. I'm um, I'm feeling maybe a little bit stronger. Like my body, I think I gained another couple pounds. I mean, I gain maybe like a pound and a half every week, but depending on what I eat and how much water that I'm holding on in my body, I can gain a pound within a couple days, and then once I stop eating whatever it is that I'm eating, the weight just kind of falls right off of me as the water drains out. So I just have to be really careful of that. I'm trying to eat mostly ground turkey, and well, I was eating a little bit of trail mix, which I'll be honest. And I gotta just say that I do love trail mix, and of course it's partially the M&Ms in the trail mix that I buy. But again, the longer that I eat it, the worse my health gets. And I'm trying to figure out, is it the natural peanut butter? Is it the trail mix? Is it the cheese? I'm having to like eat things and eat just one thing and see how it makes me feel, and then take everything out besides that and then add it in a little bit at a time. That's kind of where I'm at, and I'm trying to manage it and not go crazy. So it's kind of difficult. But yeah, my body is like, it's weird right now because it feels like I'm gaining muscle. I'm definitely gaining muscle, but it's not like productive muscle that I can actually use outside of just getting off the ground and getting into bed, which is a good thing because there was a little bit when that was even difficult. But other than that, I mean, my health is like, it's a little bit strange. I don't completely understand it. Some days it's better, some days it's not better. But for the most part, it's better than it was at some points. I'm not eating hot dogs anymore, which is a good thing because I know that that caused me some problems. But for the most part, I'm feeling better than I was. It's just I got to get some of this stuff back out of my diet and get back to just eating just cheese and ground beef or ground turkey and just eating that primarily. But other than that, things are okay. One thing I am happy about is that stupid alarm in my basement. That was it was a fire alarm in my basement that had a battery attached to it. It's from like probably 100 years ago. They installed it, and I had this battery that just lasted forever. And I think you can tell there's no beeping now, which there has been beeping, and I actually watched some of my old videos and I heard the beeping, and I think that was probably making everybody that followed this channel crazy. I'm sure that beeping made them crazy. I know that it was making people's dogs crazy when I was on calls. But thankfully that beeping finally stopped after 4 years of literally beeping every 32 seconds of my life every single day. So that's a positive thing. I'm happy about that. There are some things that are like moving productively and positively in the right direction for me. It's just I have to be really careful and take my time and figure things out along the way that are causing me problems. And right now I think that my problems are being caused by trail mix with M&Ms in it, which sucks because I love that stuff. But we'll see. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyways, I wanted to share this, and hope you guys are all having a great weekend. Thanks for watching. If you're subscribed, thank you very much. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you thought this was kind of an amusing or just an interesting post, do me a favor and give me a thumbs up. And if you're subscribed, thank you so much. If you're not, please consider it. Have a good rest of the day. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.